Chapter 198 Unforgettable. Xue Fanxin counted the 1,000,000 spirit coin bills in her hand a few times before finally putting them in her pocket in satisfaction. Then, she looked up at Elder Mo and said with a smile, "All right. Since you've already compensated, I'll be magnanimous and won't argue with you anymore. You can leave." Elder Mo was feeling sorry over the loss, but he knew very well that it was useless no matter how much his heart ached. To prevent that shameless girl from suddenly changing her mind, he had to leave quickly. "Let's go." This time, Xue Fanxin did not stop them. She let Elder Mo and the others leave. Sko. Xue Qinglin and Xue Qinglin were already scared of Xue Fanxin. Even if there was still anger and hatred in the depths of their hearts, they did not dare to show it. Once given permission to leave, they were faster than everyone else. Only when they were far away did they heave a sigh of relief and dare to reveal their pent-up emotions, voicing the hatred in their hearts. "That Fanjiu is too much. She doesn't take our Xue family seriously at all. You're right, even if our great master has passed away, our Xue family still has a few spirit masters. Why should we be afraid of her?" Elder Mo had suffered the greatest loss this time. Not only had he been beaten up, but he had also lost 1,000,000 spirit coins. The more he thought about it, the angrier he felt. Hearing the words of the Xue sisters, he finally lost it. He stopped in his tracks, glared at them, and questioned coldly, "Didn't you go to the Ninth Lord's estate to see Xue Fanxin? How did you offend this woman?" The two Xue sisters suddenly sobered up. They realized that they had not done their proper business today and caused a lot of trouble instead. First, they had a conflict with Princess Yunqiao, then they fought, then they provoked Fanjiu on the streets and were beaten up by her. Why did it feel like the matter was getting out of hand? "Sister, something doesn't seem right. You noticed it too? From the beginning to the end, we didn't see Xue Fanxin at all. We didn't even get a word from her. We foolishly got into an argument with Princess Yunqiao and got physical. In the end, we were thrown onto the streets in a sorry state. Why does it feel like there's something wrong with all of this? Sister, do you still remember what the butler at the estate said? He said that the Ninth Imperial Uncle was not free to see us. We didn't ask to see the Ninth Imperial Uncle. The person they wanted to see was Xue Fanxin. From the beginning to the end, they had not mentioned the Ninth Imperial Uncle. But the butler said that the Ninth Imperial Uncle had no time for them. Could it be Xue Fanxin? I'd add to be said that the Xue sisters had some intelligence. They arrived at the truth after making some wild guesses. But so they called not even see Xue Fanxin, let alone bring up anything else. Xue Fanxin did not care what the Xue sisters thought, nor did she care what they would do to her in the future. After Elder Mo and the others left, she took out the banknotes she had just obtained and counted them again, putting them away happily. Shuri and the other night shadow guards had returned to their spots. The people around them didn't even know when they left. Although Fuyun was also a night shadow guard, she was still in the training stage and did not have the qualifications to go out on missions. Hence, she had never seen a night shadow guard do missions outside. Witnessing it today was extremely shocking to her and made her understand her position. She was indeed far too inferior to these night shadow guards. After Xue Fanxin counted the banknotes, she noticed that Fuyun was a little lonely. Coupled with what had happened previously, she could roughly guess her thoughts. She comforted her with a few simple words. "Between people, we can't just compare our strengths because everyone is different. Individuals have their own advantages and disadvantages. This is like the difference between a counselor and a warrior. You have to believe that your talent is useful. Your Highness, don't worry. I won't be depressed because of this. I'll only work harder. As expected of my Fuyun. Come, cheer up. I'll treat you to a big meal later." Xue Fanxin teased Fuyun before turning her attention to the little girl beside her. She walked over and squatted down to match her eye level, personally helping her tidy her clothes. While doing that, she secretly stuffed a few banknotes in her pockets. "Little girl, You have to be careful when you go out in the future, okay? Pretty sister, thank you. The little girl could sense that Xue Fanxin had placed something on her. She also knew why she had done this. If people knew that a little beggar like her had money or valuable things on her, they would definitely snatch them. She still knew the principle of not revealing one's wealth. It's fate that we met today. Let's go, I'll treat you to tofu pudding. I don't care if you're full or not. Xue Fanxin brought the little girl to a little store that sold tofu pudding. She ordered a few bowls for her and paid the money. She then spoke to the little girl a little more, encouraged her, and gave her some advice before leaving. The little girl held the tofu pudding in her hand and watched Xue Fanxin's back. This scene was deeply ingrained in her mind, one that she would never forget. If that day really came, she would definitely repay this beautiful sister's kindness.